And we are live. Greetings, STN community. I am UOC, your fellow admin, and I'm currently here with Ariston. Gonna introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Ariston, ID 70340.
Alright, and Ariston and me are going to do a couple of tutorial videos to kind of help you out and get you going in STN. So, first of all, we just kind of want to go over the navigational system here on the, navigational menu on our left side, just to kind of get you an idea of what each button does. So, first of all, we are here on the main page right now. The main page usually just gives you kind of a general outcome of your statistics in terms of your level, experience. Experience is later known as reputation, as well as external reputation or experience. Other than that, you have request yourself a ship, your name, hello, welcome to Tutorial account, and of course our news, which are partially in German. Wonderful. As a beginner, you also have the ability to restart the game at any point in time that you feel you messed up so bad that your account is not savable. You also have new messages, which there are several ways to get those, which we'll go over later on. So that basically concludes the main screen. Anything you have to add, Arston?
Nope, except normally these are more translated.
Absolutely, they are more translated usually. So let's move on to colonies, and we'll let Ariston move on to that one. I didn't explain that.
Okay, well here you can see the colony screen. My colonies. This little icon right here, just basically in German.
Embarrassingly, yes.
Yep. It basically explains a few things here about, actually it explains what your colony pictures and stuff is. And
Well, just a kind of a background thing. Anytime you see these kind of question marks, they're basically quick tips. So every single time you get in, or every time you get in trouble, you don't know what something is, you usually can just put your cursor over it, and it'll give you a little pop-up tip to kind of help you to understand what this specific thing does.
yeah, like they're all around, I believe.
They are.
Right.
So as you can see, we don't really have any kind of colonies at the moment. That will change in a very little bit.
Yep, and if you were to have colonies, they would appear in this area right here, which it says no colonies available. And you can see two more of those tips right here.
Yeah, which are in English. Wonderful.
Yep, yeah. And you can see the 5 tabs right here, which standard is basically an overview of your colony types and like how much energy they're producing.
With that, we can actually move over to my admin account and just kind of give an idea, since that is actually
Yeah.
available there. So
Mhm.
let's move that over. There you go. You got your standard colonies right here. Go ahead.
You have your standard colonies. It shows you which sector they're in. The energy consumption is like how much resources it takes to run, and currently this colony takes no resources to consume each tick. And your reputation, the reputation is gained by, I believe, the number of people and nature preserves that you have on a colony.
Well,
I think it's
there are a couple of ways to actually do that. We'll go into that a little bit more in the future. Let's just kind of stick with the basics here, just making sure that we explain the different tabs around.
yeah, the tabs. They're just plain tabs. All right, we'll move on to population. The population one, as you can see, sector, colony name. The this shows you have 17 out of a possible 24 people living at this colony.
And then the rest is just basically showing you what's currently available.
Yes.
Same thing, if you actually go over this mouse cursor, it should theoretically, yep, it'll give you the name of what each individual is and what each, yeah, so basically workers, environmentalists, scientists, researchers, whatever. And that's pretty much it for that tab.
Yep, that's pretty much it for that. Goods. This is where you will see all your production and consumption as well. As you can see, this colony is producing food, a resource called plasteel, and then this one down here has some isolinear chips.
Alright, moving on to other. This gives you basically information on when this colony has been founded. You noticed Dyson Sphere. This is, by the way, just for all you newbies out there, Dyson Sphere is basically an admin cheated colony, which it's not colonizable by normal regular players, and I just have this for giggles. Let's put it that way. Yes, just a random colony in space.
That's interesting. There's a random bunch of assorted plots.
And last tab is basically just what kind of items you have. Usually you see a lot of the avatars that you have available, or just general items. Very last thing, you have limits to how many colonies and ships, as I'll show you here in just a minute, available to how much you can build. Colonies, you start off with 6 colonies, which is 4 planets and 2 asteroids, but these limits are extendable to eventually 12, which I believe is 8 colonies and 4 asteroids. More on that a little bit later. So that's basically it for colonies. So Ashton, if you want to move us on to ships.
Ships. Let's go back to the main screen.
Okay. Well, that's just...
Oh.
Actually, it's moved to tab account. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
By the way, as you saw, I use a simple designs. We can switch in preferences, which, again, that's something we'll go into a little bit later.
Yes. All right. Let's go into the ships tab.
Again, no ships available.
But you can request a ship. Yes. This is where your ships would appear. The standard would be... I'm trying to think of standard. Standard has the name of your ship.
Well, just to kind of make it easy for you, Arison, let's actually... The game is built to when you reinitialize your account, you should have the basics. So that way we should have a ship available for you to make this a little bit easier. That is, if this game wants to load.
That's true.
Okay, this is interesting. Let's refresh the entire frame. Very good. See, now we actually have a colony and a ship. Can you believe this?
No, that's awesome.
There we
I
go.
can actually see.
So your ship tab in the beginning will look like this. Eventually it'll look like so. Wait. So. This is basically just to kind of help a beginner out, just to give him the minimum to not overwhelm him.
Yes.
And basically how this is run is by an XY coordinate grid system, which again, we'll go into later. We're still working on just the navigation system here. So obviously here you can see all your ships that you have listed. Later on they will be listed in a list. And that's basically all for right now. So moving on to the communications tab. And Arson, we'll have it your turn again.
I see. Alright. So in this communication tab you can see we have some more of the help icons. Basically describing what you can do here if you forget what was said here. That will go away now.
Got it. Yeah, there you
go. Here, compose new message. This basically is where you can write an in-game message to another player or like a non-player character or like someone from the administration and whatnot. Your inbox is where people will send you messages, and when you first start the game, I believe you are sent a message.
Yep, you should have a system message.
Yes, from welcome.
Regular standard greeting.
The Subspace Communication Network. This is basically channels of, like, I guess it would be more described like a sort of like a forum.
So it's basically like a forum system that we have set up, except this is basically just like one main category and then
Yeah.
just main channels. Subspace Communication Network, you'll find the abbreviation SCN a lot or very frequently. And we'll go a little bit more into that later. Um,
Hmm.
just to let you know, the Subspace Communication Network is basically just a primary way of how we do communications. All of it is done in roleplay, and you can actually check out here on the side, is roleplay or no roleplay permitted? Yes for yes, you have to roleplay. No for obviously you can just write in, regular how you are. I guess that's the best way to explain it.
Yeah. Because not everyone likes to roleplay, and there's.
Definitely. We definitely try to accommodate that, but it is, it was founded 10 years ago as a roleplay game, and that's just kind of what we stuck with.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and move on to the database.
Database.
So this basically in the beginning it doesn't show very much, but when you turn to level 8, which is the final level, it will basically give you a lot more statistics that you can look at. Like for example, what do you have resources, statistics of a specific tick or round. Um, you have the cell cartography, which will help you find a specific region. You can request chips, just etc., etc., etc. You have a lot of information that will be crammed into this navigation bar.
Yeah.
And community, well, at the moment it's in German. There was a English one that I've written up. With one of the last updates, unfortunately that was overwritten, so we just got to get around to making our English one up again. So nothing to worry about here yet. Although if I'm done, I'm actually going to put all these videos up in here. Then my account, this is basically where you will find your credits and your purchases and all that stuff listed for you. Most of it's pretty self-explanatory, but as we went over, we do have a little quick tips which should help you. And if you make a purchase, there should be well explained markers to help you kind of do that, all that stuff. Moving on to preferences, just basically settings for your personal account. You have yourself a login name and email. It's kind of one of the main questions that we get from newbies. You can change your name, and it actually shows you here. You can use HTML tags. So, for example, let's make this colorful and bold. Color equals, I don't know, red. There you go. Tutorial account, and well, not this first one, and then just press enter, and boom, get yourself a red, bold account. Yeah, other than that, just basic settings. Help text delay. When you click on or when you put your cursor on something, how long does it take to appear for you? Deactivate feature pack if you bought yourself feature pack. The icon, when you buy a feature pack, you get yourself a little yellow icon, which we don't really. Oh, there you go. We have Commander Britai. It currently has it. Or Arson. There you go.
I'll put that there.
And you can actually hide that button if you don't want anybody to see that. Log notification, you will see a little thing at the top left corner if someone produced a log. More of that later on. And then you saw earlier the designs that I use. You can change your design to a simple design, but because most people use the one that we're currently in, we'll just stick with that one for now. Alright, so these are basically the main menus. We do have a character selection, which will actually permit you to make an account on all the different servers that we have. We do, however, only have one English server. The other ones are either German or Spanish. So we'll stick with the English one for now. So this is basically just the overview of the navigational bars that we have, or the navigational menu. And this basically concludes the first video that we're going to be making today. Ersten, anything you'd like to add?
Not really at this point. Just to basically, we basically just overviewed all of the navigational bars, and I think it should be understandable.
and we'll see you again for our next video where we'll just basically go into basics and how to get started. So stick around.